Greetings, fellow captains, and welcome back to MS Gaming. I am, of course, Phoenix, and today is going to be another review, and I'm going to be reviewing the Support Cruiser Retrofit. Now, to give you some history on this ship, when I originally did the regular Support Cruiser, or the Ambassador class, I was a little hazy on some of the details, but I actually have the details in front of me. So the development project started in 2311. The production start date was 2315, and the final ship to be produced was 2370. They were constructed in the following fleet yards: San Francisco Fleet Yards, the Capricornius Fleet Yards, the Utopia Planitia, Space Dock 1, New Aberdeen Fleet Yards, and let's see here. Let's get some. So the design parameters, I'm going to say. So the length of it was 526 meters. The width was 322 meters. Height 128 meters. The weight was 3.7 million metric tons. Cargo capacity was 42,500 metric tons. The hull was composed of duranium hull plating over duranium titanium structural members, and it had 26 decks, 25 of which were habitable. Now, with that out of the way, let us get into the stats of the vessel. Starting with bridge officers, you have a lieutenant tactical, a ensign tactical, a commander engineering, a lieutenant universal station, and a lieutenant commander science. For consoles, you have 4 engineering, 3 tactical, and 3 science. For weapons, you have 4 aft, a base hull of 39,500, a shield modifier of 1, a base crew of 700, base turn rate of 7, impulse modifier of 0.15, inertia rating of 40. You get 4 device slots, and as a bonus to it, you get +5 power to all subsystems, and you also get the cruiser communications array, which include strategic maneuvering, shield frequency modulation, weapons system efficiency, and attract fire. Also, you get for the Admiralty ship, for the Admiralty system, you get 52 engineering, 17 tactical, 21 science, and a -10% maintenance per psi ship or tax ship. So with that information, let us continue on with the design of the ship, which I'm not going to be spending too much time on. So with the design of the Ambassador class vessel, and like I said, I'm not going to spend too much time on it because I went through it with the Support Cruiser. So you have the nice round saucer section, which is an actual saucer. You have this dome here, which I'm going to assume is the bridge. You also have this layer section here, and you have another layer here. Could be observation decks, could be something else. It looks like there's a shuttle bay right there. You do have this little lip here just above the impulse engine, which is actually on the neck and not on the saucer anywhere here. You have the neck here, which has got a flat bottom here, and then it V's outwards to the back. You have your nice round deflector dish, which is on a slant, and then you have the secondary hull where it's a nice round cylinder. Now it does have the usual curvature upwards and then flattens out near the end, where you, on the top of the secondary hull, where the neck and the secondary hull meet, you have this nice flat piece here, where it goes down a bit, and then it meets the secondary hull, where it rounds itself out. And then at the back of it, you have another shuttle bay. And then for the pylons or the struts here, they are attached to the secondary hull. You have it angles backwards, And then even at the back, it sort of angles slightly backwards. It's very hard to tell, but you can see it. But you also have this ring around the end of the secondary hull here. And the pylons that go up are tilted at an angle that goes backwards. You have the ram scoops or the Broussard collectors, nice and fairly round. They're not as round as the TOS Enterprise, but you do have a hull plating around it, and then you do see a bit of the Broussard or ram scoop on the side here, where on the bottom plating here it's nice and flat, and on the top plating as well it's nice and flat, except for this piece here where you get a nice little design here, and then you get more plating, hull plating at the back. You have the warp nacelle, which you can see all the way through from front and back, and then you have, of course, the top plating and the bottom plating there. For customizations, not much customizations. You can change your bridge. There is no special bridge. You can change the windows, the texture color. Also for advanced, the only thing that you can change is the patterns and the colors for the patterns. Other than that, there really is no customization options available. Anyways, with that, let us look at my loadout. Now, as a disclaimer, this is what I'm running. This is by far not even perfect. So please be aware that I am working on this character. It's taking me a while. So to start off with the 4 weapons, as you can see, I have 4 weapons there. I have anti-proton weapons. They are all advanced fleet anti-proton weapons, all with the critical hit and damage times 3 procs. I have the wide-angle quantum torpedo with 2 beam arrays and a dual beam bank. For the aft weapons, I have 2 beam arrays, and then I have the ancient omnidirectional beam array and the kinetic cutting beam. For deflector, impulse, and shields, they are all the assimilated Borg. And then for the warp core, I have the Obelisk Subspace Rift warp core. For devices, I have weapons battery, shield battery, subspace field modulator, and the Nimbus Pirate Distress Call. Engineering, I have 4 RCS accelerators. 2 are at 40%, one's at 37.5%, and one's at 27.5%. So let's increase my turn rate. I'm sure I could increase my hull by having neutroniums instead, but I decided that I want a better turn rate for that dual beam bank, so that I can use my beam overload more efficiently. For science consoles, I have no science consoles. Instead, I've opted to use the assimilated module, which is going to give me a 2-piece bonus set with the kinetic cutting beam. And with that, it is going to give me, for the 2-piece, it's going to give me a 2.5% chance to self applies Omega Weapon Amplifier, plus 10 current weapon power, plus 500 current weapon power resistance rating for 3 seconds, and plus 500 maximum weapon power resistance rating for 3 seconds. Continuing on, I have the Nakura Particle Converter, which is going to give me plus 5 shield power settings, plus 17.3 shield insulators, and ship particle generators. And then the reason why I went with this is for the 10% accuracy with beam weapons, because I'm running beam weapons mostly. I want that extra 5 or 10% accuracy. And for the tactical consoles, I have 3 anti-proton mag regulators. I am going to try and work and get the fleet versions of these so that I can do more damage. For traits, what do I got for traits? I have accurate, which gives me another 10% accuracy. I have plus 5 beam weapon damage. 1.5 critical severity, minus 25 threat generation, that's innocuous. Elusive, 10% defense. Living Hull, it's going to give me a small regen in combat and out of combat. Operative, which is going to give me critical chance and critical severity. Grace under fire, and particle training, so that's going to, or projectile training, which is going to give me 5% projectile weapon damage. For starship traits, I have temporal insight, and that's all I have for the time being. Like I said, I am working on this character, so it is a work in progress. So I'm not going to have everything maxed out on this character. For the space reputation, I have rendering or enhanced rendering shots, and enhanced armor penetration, tactical precision, and omega kinetic shearing. And for active reputation, I only have the refracting Tetryon Cascade. So that is that. For stations, for the Ensign Tactical, I have Tactical Team 1. For the Lieutenant Tactical, I have Torpedo High Yield 1 and Beam Overload 2. For the Lieutenant Universal, I've decided to go with an Engineering, so that's going to give me Engineering Team 1 and Emergency Power Shields 2. For the Engineering Commander, I have Emergency Powered Engines 1, Emergency Power Weapons 2 and 3, and then the Ace-Tom Beam 2, yes. For the Lieutenant Commander Science, I have Science Team 1, Hand Hazard Emitters 2, and then Gravity Well 1. So that's my stats and traits and all that fun stuff. So next, let's go into an STF, and we'll see how well this ship performs. Alright, so we are doing the Borg STF Infected, and this is the advanced one, so let's see how we do. Looks like we're going to do very well. Let's get this generator gone. Get rid of these stupid things here. I'll take care of them. Alright, so those are gone now. Whoa, hello. That was bad. Ooh, I am getting pummeled. As long as I can keep on top of my healing abilities, I should be okay. Oh! Right up the kisser. Jeez. Let's see if I can get... oh, come on. There we go. What happened? That was a little odd. I just stopped. Oh, no. Ooh. There. That should keep those those guys busy for a moment. There we go. Let's take this thing down as quickly as we can. Ooh. Oh, that's a lot of stuff. Alright, let's take out this gateway now. Alright. Now it's time for this cube. So far, so good. If I stay on this side, I'm going to do much more damage. Oh, that hurt. That really, really hurt. Ooh. Dodge that one. All right. Let's just heal that sucker up. There we go. All right. So it's not a bad ship. I do feel that is still a little squishy. And I mean, even with well, if I had used neutronium hull plating instead, I probably wouldn't have been or felt as squishy. And maybe had some science consoles to help with my shield emitters and whatnot. But even I think even with the Advanced Heavy Cruiser Retrofit, I think that I felt less squishy in than this one. But nonetheless, I mean, it's still not a bad ship. Unfortunately, I don't think you can get it anymore unless I don't know if it's in the Zen store that you can actually purchase the ship or not. But anyways, still not a bad ship. Like I said, still feels a little squishy to me. But anyways, that was it for me. Thanks for watching. Live long and prosper. And as always, we'll see you out there.